Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 32. I'll just do the usual checks and make sure the sound and screens work. I guess this is live stream Sunday for most people. It's actually Monday here in New Zealand. So I didn't plan on doing it now, but I just felt like doing an earlier one than normal. I guess most people are heading off to bed, but we'll see who pops along. So, just end the music there. Goes crazy loud sometimes though. The noise cancellation, when it picks up your microphone, it sort of mixes badly. But that's the version of the software I'm using, I guess. Maybe it's fixed in newer versions. It doesn't look like anybody's out there watching. So, I haven't got anything planned. I was just having a look around to see if anyone was around to chat to about UFOs. It seems everybody's busy. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, I'll just I've got it open already. Yep. So people have been sharing that Area 51 video around again. Let's see if I can find it to play it. So I might just recap on that. I know I'm probably going to have to do more analysis to prove everybody what it is, because they're just not accepting my still images, unfortunately. But yeah, the ripping the frames and all that's a bit of a pain. Let's see. I'll just look up the link and I'll paste it across. Anybody out there, just say hello on the side. I'll just paste my Twitter across because I posted it there. I was going to put it in that tab. Need to go back. Just want to put it on the new one. Just wanted to keep that one Google. I should just click on the home button, shouldn't I? That's better. So yeah, this is my Twitter page. So you can put it down the side here so you can go and visit yourself. Like I said, I post all sorts of things there, not just UFOs, stuff on fake news and truth, and some politics, and stuff about censorship, and all the crazy stuff happening on YouTube. So here's the link here. I probably have. Did I have it muted? Yeah, I think I have. I've got muted on the main control. Yep, I have. So I won't just play it yet. So it's quite interesting about Twitter here. Posted that today. You've heard that people can buy subs, views, and comments to videos to make it look like they're popular. Well, various social media corps, including Google, are trying to fight it now. They're talking about here slashing millions of followers throughout the system here on Twitter. And you can bet YouTube's been doing that too. Hey, who we got? Byron too. Wish to be a little girl. Okay. So if you start seeing vast numbers from dropping on various accounts, you know they've probably bought some followers on Twitter. There's also this one here come out on YouTube on the same thing. We go to this link. Fake YouTube views. It's quite interesting. Again, you can pick it up from my Twitter page, but I'll just post that one to the side as well. But they don't talk about buying subs, of course, followers. You have to wonder some of the large channels may have used these services to make them look impressive. It's a very slow loading page for some reason. But of course, it's all to do with the clamping down on censorship and trying to, because the views link to ad money as well, you see. So, of course, they're going to try and want to stop it. But yes, when you got say like you got 1.8 million followers, right, and you're only getting something like 400,000 views a day, what's happened to those 1.4 million followers? Why aren't they watching the videos every day? So yeah, sort of got to ask questions. You might remember that security team was talking about he was getting a lot of followers from Russia. Well, a lot of these businesses actually use Russian people as followers. They offer them maybe some money to join from the money they get from the purchase. So that's some things I saw to come out. So this is a video that's been doing the rounds again. Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada test site. Apparently leaked. There's not too much information on it. Security team used to put it up and other channels. So you can see it's VHS tape and it's very low quality. And if I play it, you can see that the object's very small in the sky here. I'll try and get maximum zoom I can. Now, I'm not sure if you can tell, but you might be able to see what I call legs on it. And I reckon from my analysis that this is actually a blowfly. And it's crawling on the lens right now. And then it jumps off, flies a bit. You can see it crawling. You can probably see the clear wings. Then it jumps up, flies, lands again. Because I think the camera's, you can see it clearly here, the wings, very clear. You can see it's running up the lens of the camera. Then it jumps off and sort of hovers and flies in front here. Got the lens flare from the sun at the moment. But the quality is so bad. Yeah, it flew away again, come back. Where's it gone? Flew away. Oh no, it's back here. Can't see much at the moment. Too much flaring. And that was it. So you just pause it. Yeah, so the sun's up here, up in the corner, shining this way. So sometimes it's walking on the lens. So that means the lens must be on the handy cam. Must be angled at least, or straight up. Some people think because it's 95 that it isn't hoaxed. So here I think it's this flying in front of the camera lens, just zipping around here, but then it sort of landed on the lens, then it's beating its wings, so it's sort of like hovering and touching the screen at the same time. Gives the illusion that it's like a UFO of some sort, or a secret test. See there, to me, looks like the wingtips. Let's zoom into again. You got the triangle shape. The clear wings, I think. Let's see. Which way was it going? Yeah, I think we're sort of getting there's the body of the fly here, obviously the black bit. The rest of it here is artifact from the lens flare, the flaring from the sun. You can see how blurry the writing is on the screen here. And then someone's put this timestamp on top. Looks like it's like two images that have been sort of, this is meant to be a radar line. Can't see any numbers on it. I think that's been added on as special effect. Yeah, it looks like a fly on the side here. And it's just skipping upwards here. Or bouncing around. There you go, let's shoot it off. Now landed on the lens, then shot off again. Now it's back on the lens. You can see it's walking along here, just like a normal fly would. Look, you can see the wings. You can see a wing there and a wing there. Hasn't flared up so much at this stage. So what I did is I taken some snapshots of it and told people that it's just a fly, but no one will believe me, not even the debunkers apparently. So it looks like I'm by myself on this one, which is a bit strange because I thought it would be fairly obvious. I don't want silly comments down the side. So I'll just delete you. I'm here for serious chats about UFOs, not idiots. So anyway, here's a still from it. And got some other stupid comments here. So he needs to go. Don't give you many options, do they? Report him for saying incest. You turd. Get rid of you. Right. He must be the fourth turd face of the moon. So here's the image, back to that. So this was taken at frame 054 seconds. Here's the outline of the black bit that we could see on that frame. And I've found a blowfly image, this black and white version. And I've blurred it out the same, and you can see it's got the same sort of shape. You can see where the legs are, although this one, the legs here look a bit more forward. That one would be a bit more forward up here. And the back leg coming out here, and back leg coming out here. And you can see the body shape is like torpedo shape there. And I've got another one here. I have another still. Here we go. We've got the body torpedo shape here, and the legs going forward here. Of course, there's so many variation of flies. It may not be a blowfly, but it's going to be very similar to the same shape of a blowfly. You can see here the wings coming around here. because it's on the lens, it's out of focus. Ideally, what I would do is do my usual cutouts of various frames and zoom in and see how it moves across the screen better to what I was trying to do with the zoom. So it's just a bug on the screen. That was taken from this frame of it. This one here. Now, people were saying it looked like a circular object with two round circles underneath. I suppose that's at one point in the video. But it's just flaring from the bright light. So what stage does it look like a... But yeah, at the end here where it's closer to the sun, it's one stage where they've got a frame from it. It looks like three circles. Probably that one, maybe. So it sort of looks like three circles. If you play around with it in the editor, you can make a UFO three-circled shape out of it. So how many views has he got for it? 12,000? No, quite a lot. 73,000. Yeah, I don't think it's the Air Force at all. I think someone's fabricated it and said it comes from an Air Force leak. Another dotty condor and whatnot. Clearly Spaceball doesn't see it as a fly. No, it's just a fly close to the camera, so it looks like it's going fast. I think maybe that graph is from a proper test flight, and maybe a fly come along and it kept recording it, and someone just cut the end off it, maybe put it out to the UFO community as a joke. Or they could have merged some fly video from another sequence over just cut it into this place where it's got the writing and stuff going on to make it look like it's tracking an object with the graph down below. There's the secure team research. You didn't do any research analysis on it, you drip ass. So they think it's a craft. I don't. That graph they're saying is radar data. I think it's just been edited myself, made from a legit video, and something added over top of it. Back in 1995, you could do that. Merge videos, simple video editing. I'm surprised no one's picked it up as a fly. Oh, someone's not buying it. The fact the object locked on the radar painting and it didn't deviate an inch from afterwards, even though it was altitude changed drastically. So he's saying it's suspect that the radar screen down the bottom didn't match what the object was doing, which is what I'm saying too. Oh. So no one said it was an insect. So yeah, I could, like I said, do my emanated gift on it. A good point starts around about 1 second, 1 minute, 8 seconds, I mean, where it's on the screen. Flew along there, dropped on the screen. That was at 50 seconds. Then the camera moves, does it? Hang on. Yeah, it's really strange how the camera moved there. Walking on the screen, 108. Now it's either walking on the screen still, or it's no, still no. It looks like it's flying now. It's flying just in front of the screen, maybe because the camera moved. So let's have a look at that one now. That's interesting. So it looks like the two eyes, the wings, and the body could be back legs coming off here. Yeah, it's hovering, buzzing in front of the screen. So yeah, it looks so much like a fly. Too much flaring going on. So yeah, enough looking at that one. Get rid of that turkey side of the screen. Yeah. What was I going to look at? Oh yeah, that's right. Come across this series here called Crazy Rulers of the World. I won't play it in case I get a copyright strike, but I can make a copy of the link though. Hit play and then pause, I suppose. It's from 2004. It's about remote viewing and psychic spies. Quite an interesting series. Hopefully that works, does it? Paste up, see. YouTube. There's actually 3 parts. But talks about, the man that stares at goats. How can you get rid of that preview thing? Oh, yeah. So it's talking about the experiments they used to do. It's actually got some ads in it too, where they used to stare at goats and see if they could make the hearts stop. And you might better remember the movie with Coney in it. In that stare at goats. That's the book from that TV series. The TV series, a documentary series, a 3-part, was from the same guy that wrote the book. It's got all the bits in it, video bits that the book probably talks about in that documentary. So it's good to have it as well as the book. So you got the movie, of course, which was hilarious. I don't know if you're not had a look at it or not, but I watched it last night and it was great. It was funny. I'm surprised it's got such a low rating, actually. If you've not seen it, I recommend go and watch it. Coney looked a lot younger back then, or he had some good makeup done. And of course, the Wikipedia on it here Talks about that documentary that I just posted on the side. Hey, who's this? Vin? You're not Vin, are you? You changed your logo again. So there's the book. But it talks about the movie as well. Feature movie. And Crazy Rulers of the World, which is what I posted the first part to it up there. But if you have a look down the side, you can see the other two parts. It's well worth watching the 3 hours of the documentary. How much of it is true? The guy tries to find out. He actually gets hold of the guys and gets hold of some vintage videos of experiments that they claim he knocked out his hamster of. So, yeah, it was called First Earth Battalion. And then we had Jedi class warriors. Where does it talk about that? So it's called the Stargate Project. Where's the Jedi? But not coming to it. So yeah. So he's here somewhere. Got the Jedi. Maybe it was on the movie. Doesn't matter. Hey Vern, is that you there? Have you changed your icon again? You haven't changed your icon. If so, the chat link's on the side if you want to join. I'll just do some checks. Just look like the Vern icon is there. So, yeah. So that's the thing I was watching last night, which I thought was excellent. And there's my last stream. So that's pretty much that covered there. So, yeah. Just want to open editor. I'll just open that with that one. I normally preload this because it takes forever to load. So just close that. Yeah. So, I want to talk about people in the UFO field. And they're a strange bunch. That's basically what I can boil it down to. So, what we got is groups of people. So, let's do our charts. Or we'll just call it scale it up. How big is that one? Very small. That's better. Ufologists. Where's underline that one? Yep. And we've got a whole collection of people in ufology, and it's hard to work out what's going on. Yeah. So we got the regular debunkers, is what they call them. So we'll draw a circle for them. I don't want it filled. Circle, circle. So we got the debunkers. Yeah. Let's stick them into pie charts. Why is it not black though? That's strange. Maybe it's too thin. Because yeah, I did like 3,000 pixels by 3. Oh, well, blue will do. It's really rare to see you on a live stream. What's the time in UK at the moment? Must be nearing midnight over there, right? The bunkers. It's too big now, probably. Scale it down a bit. The bunkers generally don't believe anything. Don't believe. There we go. I don't believe aliens are visiting Earth. And then we got believers over here. What's that message? I just had some idiot on here before. Who's doing that? Van. I don't think his name's Van though. Someone must be really talented there, eh, Alien Addict? Yeah. New addition to the family, eh? That's the problem with additions to the family. We had my sister's daughter staying here, and she had the addition with her family too, and break up with her husband. It's probably too big. It's amazing how slow it goes when you're streaming. So we've got the believers. But I suppose they're in two categories, really. Let's see. All UFOs. Then I suppose we've got the truthers, which would connect those two. This is like going back to school, doing subsets. Let's just do that a different color circle. Red. Those. And that would be your truthers. Where's my cursor gone? This is what I class myself as. Truthers. Have one probably. Too late now. So they how would we class them? Skeptical, maybe. Skeptical. But believe some is legit. So now we would have also so the debunkers probably would be people like Scott Brando and probably Mick West, because he said on what is it, Joe Rogan's show that he doesn't believe aliens are visiting Earth. He said they're more likely to send AI probes or robots. So but doesn't that really mean if they're sending AI robots, then surely that's sort of classed as an intelligent life in a subset way, you know? Probably need to find that chat on Joe Rogan, but it's probably copyrighted. Mickey Mouse. Don't know if it's Mickey Mouse. You also got people that are hoaxes, so we need to put them into the equation. Green for money, you reckon? Change the writing color down there. Let's click on that first. We got, let's see, where should we put the hoaxes? suppose this category of hoaxes, though. Oop. They got funny shapes there. Hoaxes. And they're in it for the money and fame. Green's not very good, but is it? Money. And fame. So, green doesn't come out really good for writing, though, does it? That one's not too bad, sort of greeny colour. So the debunkers would, I suppose there really would be like a connection point here, really. Would you draw it as a subset, though? Maybe another circle. So you've got an overlap here. What's happened? Undo. So I drew two circles, trying to grab that handle there. So, and of course there would be the believers that believe hoaxes. I see. You're saying it draws a Mickey Mouse shape. Yeah, sort of is a bit of Mickey Mouse. Ufology is a Mickey Mouse. So what would we call the circles, though? Why is it not getting bigger? That's better. Ah. Tell you when it goes really, really slow, it's oh, that'll do. Actually, no, it looks ugly. It needs to be more symmetrical. When it goes really, really slow on your computer, drawing packages are a real pain. I suppose you got a circle for real stuff as well. So we've got a circle for legit. So that would have to probably be a circle down here, wouldn't it? So that would be like from Pentagon, we hope. It's Titans. So that would be like Air Force pilots and plane pilots. Mind you, I suppose they have to go in the middle actually, because the bunkers would also debunk even legit ones. Now think about it. Might have to change that. So that would be down here. Starting to look all correct. I see alien. Oh, it's got to go that way. Into sector 3. That would be legit. Probably that circle will be the smaller one. This one would be actually huge. The hoaxes one is probably the biggest one. But then you also got misidentified in the list there as well. So that really come under legit as well. But really it should be a separate circle. Yeah, probably have to do that again. It's quite annoying. I'll just can I copy it? Well, let me copy it. Why not? Oh well, we'll just undo it. Let's make this one smaller. Legit would be really small. So, and we'd have IFOs. Probably like that. Yeah, it's complicated. What color can we use? Orange. Almost looks like red though. That's better. So we got IFOs. And we got down here, purple. That'll do. Legit. Legit unknown, I should call it. So, you also got people that played both sides. The debunkers against the believers, not necessarily hoaxers. Probably call them players. So to be another how should I draw that? So we got the players. The players. Probably shouldn't do it in that circle though. Should do it another circle. Yeah. Another bigger circle that goes around. Running out of colours, brown. Scraps on the writing. Maybe make the lines thinner. The players. Yeah, I would call UFO proof as one of them. Players. Plays on both sides. That's off debunking. That's debunk. And then change the size. Also, to build a channel. There's a complex picture. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that hoax's channel's a bit small. It should be like way out here. We'll save that. I don't think I did too bad. Trying to work it out. So, which of the people do you follow? That's the question. Now, we know most people follow the hoaxes. Now, need more screen here, really. So, hoaxes. How do we define them? Hoaxes, 1. Fakes. 2. Uses others. Fakes. Uses other. Uses. Call them users other vids, which be sort of categorized. So use other people's vids, and also use disinfo to make a conspiracy up. Now, which channels do that? Now, I did a video on types of hoaxes. You may have seen it. My screen's gone dim on the other one. How many people on? Probably just me, is it? One view. That's cool. Just get a drink. So the question is, can hoaxes change? Me, I personally don't think so. They may change some aspects. They may not make fakes anymore, but they still can produce disinformation to make a conspiracy. Like sudden cracks appearing in the earth, and it could be they can make a conspiracy saying that it's due to government tunneling underground. Well, boom sounds was probably a better one for that one. Boom sounds, it's got to be the government making tunnels underground, so they turn into a conspiracy. So I don't think they can change. Now they've got to keep creating content for the viewers, because now they've got millions of people watching. Well, they hope millions of people watching, and it's hard for them to get out of that easy money scenario. It's easier just to if it starts drying up, it's easier to go back to making a fake video, which they think they can get away with. Classic case was third phase of the moon with that recent live hoax they did, which we covered a few live streams back. And I don't know, there doesn't seem to be integrity in the system. These guys down here, the debunkers, they're sort of like a group of their own. They got their own egos, and they don't sort of work together well with other people. They like to be the correct people all the time, and they like to think that they're the king of debunkers. That's my feeling about the debunkers. Truthers, they're more flexible. They're easy to admit they're wrong, and they will listen to other people's debunks and also include the debunker debunks in their own material, which is what I try and do. And believers, trying to get them to be more to the truthers side of things is what we need to get, what I'm trying to get. So we've got to get them to be critical thinkers. That's the word I'm looking for. So critical thinkers, believers. Maybe you need to put it in front or turn. Let's see if I can edit. Turn into critical thinkers. Rather than just follow and believe. Yeah. Need to put a new line in, but what's it? Thinkers. That's meant to be rather. R key and E key is not working very well on the computer here. Just follow and believe. But that's what the truthers are trying to do. That probably goes there. Egos. Egos thing. But work in a team don't work well. Really, you need a bunch of people in the truthers side of things. You need people with various skills. Because not one person can know it all. Truther needs to. Truthers collective. You need scientists. So truther can have bits and pieces of each knowledge. People skills. So you go to talk to eyewitnesses and make them feel comfortable. Interview skills, maybe. But the truthers would be like people at MUFON. That would be like MUFON would be truthers. Interview witnesses. Probably. What's happened here? Let's create a new sentence. Got witnesses. What was the other thing? Skills. It's getting complicated now, isn't it? Also got to be for love, really. Money. It comes with MUFON too, because they do it out of their own pockets. Debunkers, they seem to be on a mission to prove everything that's seen as natural or man-made. So just save that. UFO chat 2. Yeah, I didn't see you down there. You're the right people. Over here, I hope so. What's... You mean the blue one, believer? Because these little circles are sort of joining. As I drew the circle a bit small, I made these little hoops onto the green one to connect it to both the debunkers and believers. Because they, the debunkers try and debunk the hoaxes, and the believers tend to believe what the hoaxes are putting out, unfortunately. Some people, the believers are also truthers, you see, but they're sort of able to determine what's not a true unknown sighting, legit sighting. Yeah, it's a bit complicated trying to draw it into a chat. What was your name anyway? Flynn. I think I've seen you here before, Flynn. So, have you seen any UFOs yourself there, Flynn? And have you submitted them to MUFON? That's a lot of books. Was there really that many UFO books? I've done a lot of reading online, but not many books. I probably got every UFO documentary on TV on hard drive. I have a bachelor's from what? Pui, what's that? Reading books is not research though. Research is talking to people that have had encounters and actually trying to take readings like EMF and radiation and soil samples and try and talk to the radar towers to confirm whether there was any stuff in the air at the time, and also use the apps like Plane Finder and satellite tracking. Yeah, we get a lot of abductees talking on UFO channels, but they don't normally talk on the channel itself. They normally talk in private. Indiana Birdie. Do they actually have a course on ufology, don't they? It's the first I've heard of a course. Seems like a strange one for a university to do. It's normally like computer science, engineering, which is broken up into civil, electrical, and mechanical. And then you got your psychology degrees, and they put that under arts. Then you got your fine arts, and then you got philosophy, and then you got your usual sciences, chemistry and physics, and subsets of those would be electrical and what do you call it? Astronomy and theoretical quantum science, I suppose. I suppose it's broken up into categories now. There wasn't too many things that you could do at university, as far as I could see. And of course, then you got music as well, music and geology. I think that's pretty much it, isn't it? Mathematics. Oh yeah, I forgot mathematics. I think that's pretty much it. But I never had one on ufology or UFOs. History degree. Oh yeah, I forgot about history. History's thrown in there. Well, I still don't think they do ufology at our universities here. How many people will attend that one then? I bet that's a fun subject, is it? Of course, yeah, there's also languages, of course. That's another one I forgot. So you studied before or after the abductions? So you had... You want to come on the chat and chat about it? Mutilation. Yeah, there's a good guy on the Martin Willis show. I keep pointing out his podcast. He does what I do here, but he has organised guests come on. He did one with Chris someone. Can't remember what his name was now. Do a search. Captain Willis show. Not many people know about it because it's not like a UFO name, you see. Podcast UFO is his website. But he had someone talking about cattle mutilations. Chris, I think his name was. Wasn't that one? As you can see, he has a few guests on. I guess he links his YouTube channel to his main site here somewhere. I just go to his YouTube channel normally. So if we go back one, that's his channel at the top here. Yeah, Chris O'Brien. Could have been Chris O'Brien. Hang on. Seems to ring a bell. It was very good. You can see he's got a few guests, good guests on. Yeah, it was this one here, Chris O'Brien. That was a good podcast he did. Did I paste it down the side? Better copy it. Yeah, I've not sort of got anything planned. I was just talking about general stuff in the UFO field tonight. And anyone that wants to come on and chat. Peter Robbins was quite an interesting one as well. He deals with alien abductions. Do you know him? But Chris O'Brien, he said that it wasn't aliens in this one here. He said it's, what do you call it? A cult sort of thing happening. Or possibly some of it's been government surveillance of, I don't know, tracking something in the paddocks or in the population of cattle. Yeah, I think he talks more at the end about that sort of stuff. I think he starts off talking about what was it now? Contact in the Desert. That he was there. Peter Robbins is another good one to listen to. Don't think he's got too many followers at the moment. Well, he's got more than I have, but you'd have to listen to what he said. I don't know if you've listened to the podcast. But he said it's not true about the blood being drained anyway. I think he said the blood pulls to one side of the cow because of gravity when it dies. So yeah, how many subs he got? He's gone up a fair bit. I think it was only about 5,000 when I first started watching Martin. It's now up to 8,000. But he's been getting some good guests on lately. I get mentioned in the Texas UFO one because I'm the most hated UFO channel out there, you see, because I do a lot of debunking. So a lot of these I haven't actually heard, actually. Bill Burns, how do you say his name? UFO Hunter. Just don't have enough time in the day to go through all the stuff that comes out. Of course, a lot of it you've heard before, eh? Ghost Investigator. So that might be interesting. A bit on Pentagon UFOs there. The Spiegel. UFO documentary. He's got a lot. It goes on a bit. Does one every week. And he's been going for a while. That's the guy from that TV series, X-Files. X-Files, yeah. And he also did another one, the spin-off one. I thought the spin-off one was quite good. What was it called now? It was sort of killed off pretty quick. They actually had a episode where everyone said that was a scenario for 9/11, where it had a remote control jetliner. Yeah, so that's Martin's site anyway. I suppose if you interview a lot of these people, eventually you get to know all the facts as well, because they're the ones that write the books. Yeah, Lone Gunman, that's what it was. It was quite a good series, I thought. Oh, he said it was like the cattle were more likely dropped from the back of pickup trucks and some maybe from helicopter. Because they got broken bones in the fall or something that was on that side. And of course, there were no tracks also for some of them. But he still didn't believe they were alien related, more likely to be covert operation of some sort. Because we had the mad cow disease in UK, didn't we? So, but and they saying that if you eat a lot of meat, you actually the DNA sort of merges with your DNA over time, or was it RNA or something like that? It sort of changes it. It's quite an interesting side thing. I think you'd have to do a degree in DNA and stuff to really understand it all. Let's see. Let's do a search on that actually. DNA changes according to what you eat. I think I heard it on a news clip sometime last year. So here you go, first one coming up. How diet can change your DNA. Scientific American. It was last year, yep, April. What are you saying? So what's the most current UFO shape spotted nowadays? I think it's triangle and spheres are the most common ones. But in the past, it used to be mostly the classic half-dome saucer. I don't remember too many being spheres. And I think the triangle ones started showing up around about the 70s. I did a one on UFOs throughout history, which actually took a while to compile because I do a lot of zoom ins on it. Let's see if I can bring it up. Where's my channel? There. So that's my current live going at the moment. It's got my crazy diagram up. But I did one ages and ages ago. This is all my videos. And I did one on alien abductions as well, which sums it up. So I've got one here, types of hoaxes, which is basically what I was talking about today as well. So it'll be way at the bottom. If you haven't seen my funny SpaceX video here, ever watched at the end what happens? I've taken some clips from their 3D one and the actual launch, put it together and made it head towards Mars, and the car enters the atmosphere there. Never watch at the end, it's quite funny. Because the idea of going into space is to find life and also to send humans to live on other planets, because it's the only way we're going to survive, because the population growth is going crazy on Earth. The food supply is going to run out, and we could be wiped out any time that the sun or meteorite decides to wander into our atmosphere, or even a cosmic ray. So if we're on other planets, it's the only way the human race will ever survive. So really, they should be putting more money into colonizing our solar system as well as space. Then they should not spend so much on wars on Earth. But I was looking for that video. But the thing is, we're sort of looking for aliens, and I did this one here called Aliens Among Us, which is, will make you a bit itchy watching it, but yeah, it makes you wonder if aliens are under our noses the whole time. Anyway, like I said, in the theory, some of the theories about reptilians, that they actually were like a species that went underground at the time that the meteorite hit, and they sort of developed underground. And the sources could be coming from some sort of cave entrance from an underground city, was one of the theories. So there may not actually be such as aliens, but actually another type of being from Earth itself. And of course, then you got the other theories that it's time travelers as well as ET visitors from afar. Sorry, something. One species keeps dropping off car of 4 humans. Not sure. Yeah. Angel species. Yeah, I don't want to connect the Bible stories with aliens. There's no proof. It's all storytelling again. But I did one on, if I can find it. Here we go. UFOs throughout time. And it goes through 1950. Well, it actually goes before 1900s. But most of them are from 1950s, 60s, and 70s. You can see there's a common shape to the UFOs, and it changes as it progresses on. So these are a group of photographs organized by year numbers. It starts off. All right. That's my crazy intro. Uh, 3D moose. Well, it gives the 3D effect. It's pretty cool. Someone posted that as a emanated gift, so I thought I'd just show it. Use it in the intro anyway. Fools the eyes. Anyway, it kind of looks 3-dimensional. But Google's not letting us play it properly again. Yeah, he's going to get abducted. Moose. Cattle mutilation. So these are the first ones. Of course, I've debunked this one since. You can find the debunk on it in UFO cases. 1910. Some streak in a photograph. Could be a scratch, could be anything, that one. 1920. Again, just a blob in the sky. Could be a bird, I suppose. Now we're starting to get more interesting. Silvered craft. Cave Junction, Oregon. That one there. Colorado, 1929. Does look like it's got some design to it. That one's a real looking strange one. Dumbbell, 1937. That almost looks like a Buck Rogers one. Another one that's just a blur. And then you got the Foo Fighters of World War II. Energy balls. Some people thought that was related to German experiments with a new weapon. Famous Los Angeles one. Also during wartime. Some more Foo Fighters. Wonder why they call them Foo. I think I did know at one stage. It's a strange looking thing. Looks like a cowboy hat someone threw off, maybe. Bright lights. These ones, you can't see any sort of shiny classic source or shine to them. But you notice there's a certain pattern to them. Always these, what I call Mexican hat designs. Here's another one. No triangles. Okay, we got the first possible cylinder ones coming up. That one, not sure what that was classed as. A flock of birds, maybe. But here we go. We're back to the nice ones. The classic silver sources. Now, I had some German friend that claimed to have seen, like that last one, hovering outside of his backyard and shot up to the stars. And he wasn't a UFO believer. But it's the silver craft that I was more interested in. But as we progress, we start getting less of the Mexican hat ones showing up, and we've got more of the triangle ones starting to show up, and also the spheres ones. But that goes on a fair distance, I think. Goes on a fair time. It took a long time to edit that, 50 minutes of a Silvercraft one. Of course, the problem is we don't know if they're faked or not. Like Billy Meyer did with Fishing Line. But there's another Mexican hat one. So yeah, won't go through them all. You can watch it yourself. I'll probably have to wrap up soon anyway, and probably need to go to the toilet. Where there's food, there's fire. Yeah. Invisible predator. You should talk to Vin. He's seen a few of those. Right. Silvercraft. Smoke ring. Sphere one. 1960s now. There's the classic Mexican hat one again. Although it's less pointy this time. It's really zoomed up. 1978. There's another classic silver one. That looks like similar to the one that was in America, wasn't it? What is that called now? Never a very good one because it has a little antenna up the top here. I think Bruce Maccabee analysed it and said it was legit with the shadows and stuff. But again, you don't know if it's a model. But as we go on here, you'll see that eventually we'll start getting more in the 80s, 90s. I think we get more V-shaped craft appearing. Right, still the classic saucer ones here. Must have skipped past them. Really, the saucer-shaped ones have sort of come into their own in 2000 onwards, hasn't it? Which kind of makes me think they might be military ones. And I think the reason we don't see these saucer ones in videos anymore is because they've got now cloaking technology. Now there's a triangle one, 2005. That one's a strange looking thing. That's going too slow. But you can see a lot of them are still saucer shaped. That one looks like it's got sort of something hanging down here. Landing gear. But after 1990s, we're getting into Photoshop days, so it's hard to know. Always the best ones, people don't have a video camera on them. Or a camera, at least nowadays. What did they say? Visible species driven dome sources. How do they know that they're invisible if you can't see them? Black-eyed kids, I think, is just a prank. You can buy black contacts, put them in your eyes. So if you have a look, you can get black. They use like coloured contacts in the movie industry anyway. If you see when people put them in, they look like the black-eyed kids. They've been around for a while. There you go. There's some videos of them with the black-eye contacts going in. Black, what do they call it? Sclera contact lenses. Sclera contact lenses. Hollerine, novelty, coloured and black for eyes. So there's your black-eyed kids. I reckon it's just a prank. First sold Well, contact lenses were first sold quite a long time ago. 1990 to 1968, introduced first lenses in 1948. So they've been around since just after Roswell crash then. So I don't really believe in the black-eyed kids. I reckon it's just normal kids. Plus you can get also eye tattoos, believe it or not. B key's not working. There you go, someone's getting black dye in the eyeballs in that video. Let's see, there's some images. Here you go. So there you go. It looks pretty yucky. You think that would make your eyes sore for a long time. Freaky, huh? And I bet tattoos have been around for a long time too. When I'm not sure when that was done though. I bet it was done by probably like an Amazon tribe to start with. What's been edited? So do eye tattoos hurt? And that one doesn't sort of answer it though. I'd say it would be very hurtful. Because I've had injections for my eyes because I've got an eye condition, and occasionally they numb the eye and then inject into a vein in the eye. Now, I can't see any date when that was first done. Oh, right here, 2007. Eyeball is a new procedure that was first performed in 2007. So the contacts have been around a lot longer. Still freaky though. So how can diet change our DNA? We're talking about what you eat affects and alters our DNA. Born to this new science anyway. Yes. Painful, right? So what are they saying here about small print? So if I zoom in, nutritionists have long known that you are what you eat is not just an expression. Recent studies suggest that what you eat affects you and sometimes even your children and grandchildren. So we want to cut to the chase and through all this reading. So rather than change DNA itself, epigenetic signals can For example, prompt changes in the number of methyl chemical groups attached to a gene. Because DNA is like 4 acids, isn't it? G, T, C, A. Can't remember what the names are of them. Turn it on and off. A person's expression. Person's diet is an important source. I think I've read that. Researchers identified nutrition elements that might help prevent or treat diseases such as obesity, diabetes, coronary artery disease, cancer, Alzheimer's. So what's it saying here? Can influence their baby's genes developed and development. And what's the saying? Diet and lifestyle of pregnant woman. Epigene and Nestle Research Center published a study in the journal MBio in which the researchers found that dynamics of infant gut microbiota can influence those subjects' body fats. Well, it didn't help me out much. So it goes on a bit here. I think they also did a study if the parents, like during wartime, if they starved, the grandchildren would be more inclined to be obese because their body stores fat a lot better. They did a study on, I think it was a particular island where they had starvation occur, and they followed it through family genes. I think it was on BBC documentaries. But this thing called RNA as well. What is RNA? You know, it's going to be a long word. Ribonucleic acid. I'll give up. Nucleic acid. Its role is to act as a messenger carrying instructions from DNA for controlling the synthesis of proteins, although in some viruses, RNA rather than DNA carries the genetic information. So it's all complex stuff. RNA is one of the 3 major biological micromolecules that are essential for all known forms of life. A polymeric molecule made up of one or more nucleosides. Strand of RNA can be thought of as a chain. So that one probably sounds a bit better. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta go soon too. Gotta walk the dog. I thought I'd do an early stream for once. Yeah. Okay, then see ya. Well, this one's got pictures. is made up of one or more nucleotides. Strand of RNA can be thought of as a chain of nucleotide at each chain link. Each nucleotide is made of a base, typically abbreviated as A, C, G, and U. I thought it was T. Oh, T. What's that one talking about here? DNA. T replaces U. It's all mind-boggling stuff. So it looks the same, really, doesn't it? Except for it's thinner than the DNA. Thinner twist protein. Made from a DNA template to create proteins. Science, complicated stuff to get your head around. But there's a link to that in abductions, isn't there? Blood type. Blood type. Abductions. Is it RH and O or something like that? RH. The RH negative blood type. Is RH negative blood alien in origin? February 2018. It's on that Gaia site. International Community of Alien Research. That one sounds interesting. And looks like they've done some study on that one. I'll post that one on the side. So let's have a read of what it says. Four different questionnaires from 8 different Facebook pages. People writing to answer the question on the ISCA site. This is by far the largest and most in-depth study of its kind done by any organization. Our conclusions come from a total of 20 sources, more than 53,000 contactees who took part in the study. Here are the number of contactees per blood type. So it looks to me we're not abducting people based on blood type, although the greatest amount is O negative with 32%, 17,000 almost. Yeah, 37% O positive. What's that mean? Distribution of blood types worldwide. Yeah. O positive. So out of all the population, 32% was almost and comes comparable percentages. You think if it was random, then these percentages here should almost be approximately the same as these ones worldwide down here. So does that mean aliens know they're after certain blood types? Almost looks like it. Could it be tag and release? Once they found one they want. So I find it almost interesting the blood type ET picks up the most is O negative, and it's a new mutation of blood types. RH negative only show up between 25 and 40,000 years ago. And O negative is the universal donor type, very strange that it's just appeared out of nowhere and saves thousands of lives every year. And yet the only blood that an O negative person can take is O negative. Very interesting. And half of all contactees have a RH negative blood type. So where's that chart? Is O negative? That's not RH, is it? How does that work? So what's it saying here? There are certain similarities that occur to those having RH negative blood. According to some have it, there are common patterns found. Green or hazel eyes that change colour, also blue eyes, reddish hair, brown, low pulse rate, low blood pressure, keen sight or hearing, ESP, extra rib, that's really strange, UFO connections, love for space and science, but who doesn't love that in the sense of not belonging to the human race? Piercing eyes, yeah, it's a few people that I remember having piercing eyes. Paranormal occurrences, psychic dreams, yep, truth seekers, some of that fits me. Desire of higher wisdom, deep compassion for fate of mankind, a sense of a mission in life. Disrupting electrical appliances. Lucky enough I don't do that, because that would mess up your string. So what else they're saying here? What's that mean? There's a population that has the B allele. What's that? Type B allele, blood shown in the map below. Red blood allele is somewhat more common around the world. Type. That's what they're saying here. South America is the highest. Looks like it. So interesting. Conclusion. Patterns of ABO, RH, and Diego blood type distributions are not similar to those for skin color or other so-called racial traits. The implication is that the specific causes responsible for the distribution of human blood types has been difficult than those for other traits. So they're saying it's complex. It's probably a bit like the Star Child skulls. But they found there was some Asian, related to Asian DNA, which they were talking about come across the land bridge. But they could easily come across the sea, couldn't they? Or in airships. So, yeah. So what is what's the wiki say on RH? Looks like blood's quite complex stuff too, isn't it? RH blood group system is one of 35 known human blood group systems. It is the second most important blood group system after ABO blood group system. The RH blood group system consists of 49 blood group antigens. Does anyone actually understand all that? Among which the 5 antigens D, C, E, and E are the most important. There are no little d antigen. RHD status of an individual is normally described with a positive or negative suffix. Oh, mumbo jumbo. Rhesus group. So that's what it stands for, RH. Was discovered in 1937 by Landsteiner and Wiener. It's two Germans, is it? Rhesus monkey red blood cells. Believed it is similar antigen found in rhesus monkey red blood cells. So is that another connection to our monkey friends? Evolution. So it would be a lot easier if everybody had the same blood type, wouldn't it? But I think there's some downsides to it. Isn't more likely to have miscarriages or something? I kind of remember there was something bad. What's bad with RH? What's it say here? The link between RH and miscarriage. Being R negative in or of itself does not cause miscarriage or pregnancy loss. You're only at risk if you have been sterilized. What's that mean? Anyway, I have to get moving. I did a couple of hours here. Probably look more into that another time, the blood types. It'd be good to know if someone is more familiar about it all. Because it sort of wraps around my head. I don't know about you guys out there. So, yeah. We got a few people on the side chat tonight. We had some idiots earlier. So, I'm just going to wind down now anyway. And maybe do another stream. tomorrow or the next day. I'll see how I go. So do like and share, and have your comments, add your comments to the video on YouTube, and pop around next time.